I want Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney to fight at 135. Devin did his part. Now let me tell you what Shakur Stevenson needs to do for his part. Let's talk.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the greats, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you here, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So while you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So, Shakur Stevenson was at 130. And at 130, he wanted the belt. He relinquished his belt at 126, never unified, relinquished it, went to 130, and became Jamel Herring's mandatory. His lawyers, Shakur Stevenson's lawyers, said, "We request the immediate reinstatement of Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory challenger." His lawyer, some dude named Dubin, right, who also requests that Mr. Herring is required, Jamel Herring is required to either fight Shakur in his next bout or relinquish the WBO 130-pound title so that Stevenson can fight for the vacant title in his next bout against the highest ranked contender. They wanted the smoke for that WBO 130-pound belt. They were the mandatory for that WBO 130-pound belt. WBO super featherweight champion Jamel Herring and mandatory challenger Shakur Stevenson agreed to fight to avoid the WBO ordered August 9th purse bid. So what you are seeing right there is that the fight could have went to purse bid. It was a mandatory fight. Two top-ranked fighters. Fight could have went to purse bid, where Jamel Herring would have got the higher purse because he was the champion. Shakur Stevenson would have got the lower purse because he was just the mandatory. He would have got the mandatory split. But because of whatever reason, two top-ranked fighters, it didn't go to purse bid. Because purse bid would have had other networks bidding, which could have raised the price. Yeah, would have raised the price. Because any network can bid on a purse bid fight. Any network. Just because it's two top-ranked fighters, that's irrelevant. If PBC was to bid on that, if Matchroom or DAZN or motherfucking BT or Sky was to bid on that, or Triller, and they had the highest purse, well, that's where you're fighting it. Yeah, unless ESPN jumps in and bids higher to keep the fight in-house. So in order to avoid the purse bid, you know what Bob Arum's on? Well, you know, these fighters want so much money. Yeah, well, you could have avoided all of that by not going to purse bid, which is what Bob Arum did. That's this right here. This right here is well, that's the next one. But this right here, avoiding purse bid, that's not a That's a ploy for Bob Arum. Yeah, that's a ploy for Bob Arum to not have other networks raise the amount of money that they have to fucking pay for the fighters. They'll tell you in a heartbeat, oh man, this was a career high purse. It was a career high purse. Yeah, it probably was a career high purse, but the purse could have been a lot more of a career high purse. Yeah, if other fighters would have been able to get involved. I mean, not other fighters, but other networks were able to get involved. Yeah, those networks would come in and say, so you bid top ESPN and Top Rank bids $1 million on the fight, not even $750,000 on the fight. And then PBC says, well, we like Shakur. We think this fight is worth $1 million. And then BT says, well, we like Jamel Herring and Shakur potentially for the winner to fight maybe Carl Frampton again. Maybe someone like that we got over here. Maybe one of these fucking scrubs. So let's go ahead and make it 1.2. Yeah, so Top Rank will have to go above that 1.2 just to keep it at ESPN. So to avoid raising the price, what we'll do is we'll just say, oh, we avoided the purse bid, as if you guys did some magical shit. You didn't. You didn't do any magical shit. All you did is avoid paying fighters more money. That's all you did. This is going to be important here in a little bit. It's going to be important. Yeah. So then y'all avoided the purse bid. You avoid, so y'all can set y'all regular fights and blah, blah, blah. But this right here was an issue for me. Because after Herring won, this is what Shakur said. Congrats to a hell of a performance. What's the next move, champ? I need that belt for Valdez to have a reason to fight me. Then they go on to say, Stevenson seems to be anything but Herring's first choice. But Stevenson also tweeted a photo of the WBO letter mandating that Herring Frampton winner fight Stevenson Nakatali winner. The issue with that is that the WBC did the exact same thing for Shakur Stevenson to fight Devin Haney. It's the issue. Shakur Stevenson was not allowing Jamel Herring to do nothing. Nothing. You'll fight me or you'll vacate is what you were saying. Even his lawyers were talking about, go ahead and retire or go ahead and do what you got to do, but vacate the belt so that Stevenson can fight for it. I had no problem with it. This was this year. May 21st. What's today's date? June 28th. Now, I don't know about your math or my math, but I'm pretty sure that is more than 30 days. I'm just about positive. I'm just about positive that is more than 30 days. I'm just about positive. The day before May 21st was Saturday, May 20th. That was the day that Devin beat Lomachenko. Now, listen, bro, I'm not what's the naming, but if you look at this carefully, we'll read it again. I want everybody to understand what this says. I want to make it nice and clear. Shakur Stevenson says he will activate his WBC mandatory to force undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney to fight him next or surrender his belt. This looks oddly familiar to me. It looks oddly familiar, man. Oh, my bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. Looks oddly familiar. We request the immediate reinstatement of Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory challenger. Jamel Herring is required to either fight Shakur in his next bout or relinquish the WBO strap. That's what that says to me. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this sort of looks like the exact same thing. Now, this happened right here. And we knew what this man did. He forced it. He forced that to happen. He forced that fight. He refused to let Jamel do anything. Dare I say he activated his mandatory? There is no activation, but whatever. That's what he said. That's what they said. Activate your mandatory. Fine. Someone tell me why he's not activating his mandatory. This was May 20th. 21st. Because May 20th is when Devin beat Lomachenko. That was May 21st. All right? People keep telling me about, oh, Shakur sent him a bottle. Oh, Shakur called him out. Oh, Shakur got in the ring. Oh, Shakur did this and Shakur did that and Shakur saying this and Shakur saying that. Why aren't you activating your mandatory? BFTB, the only fight for Devin at 135 is Tank Davis. But if he stays there and Shakur Stevenson activates his mandatory, then he must fight him. I want Devin and Shakur to fight. Let me say this again. The only fight for Devin is Tank Davis. It's the only fight. It's the only fight. If Devin stays at 135 and Shakur Stevenson forces his mando, Devin must fight him. What's the problem? What's the confusion? Well, I don't understand where we're confused here. I don't understand what the fucking, the issue is. I don't get it. Jamel Herring did not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Jamel Herring wanted to fight Oscar Valdez. He wanted to unify with Oscar Valdez. He did not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson didn't care what Jamel Herring wanted. He forced the mandatory. Devin Haney does not want to fight Shakur. He wants to fight Tank. What's the problem? Who gives a fuck what Devin wants? If Shakur wants to fight Devin, then activate your mandatory. What's the problem? I don't understand what the problem is. What's the issue? Oh, Devin's scared of him. If that's what you think, so what? Activate your mandatory. Let's find out. Oh, Devin, you said a BF Devin don't want to fight him. So what? Activate your mandatory. Let's find out. Oh, Bill don't want to BF. You know Bill. Bill be capping. Bill don't want. So what? Activate your mandatory. Let's find out. I don't understand the problem. I don't understand. Oh, BF, he's not the mandatory no more. BF, it's Lomachenko. Okay, well, let's read this statement again. We request the immediate reinstatement of Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory challenger, says Shakur Stevenson's lawyers. Now, I could have swore Vasyl Lomachenko petitioned the WBC, the WBA, the WBO, the IBF. He petitioned him. Someone tell me why Shakur is not petitioning anybody. Where is lawyer Dubin asking for the immediate reinstatement of Shakur Stevenson as the mandatory? Where is lawyer Dubin at? Someone tell me where lawyer Dubin is at trying to get Shakur Stevenson immediately reinstated. He's got a valid claim. He was already the mandatory. He was already the mandatory. He's got a very, very valid claim to have his lawyer petition for him to be immediately reinstated as the mandatory. Where's he at? Oh, BFTB, we don't know if he's doing that, BFTB, but we know he did it here. We know this. So what's the difference with doing it here, publicly telling the world, what is the difference from doing it here with Jamel Herring and doing it with Devin Haney? What's the difference? What is the difference from having your lawyer petition just like this, ever so publicly and boldly. Oh, BFT, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So let me guess. So it's different to work behind the scenes when it comes to Devin Haney. But with Jamel Herring, your friend, you can just put it all out there. I don't got no problem with Jamel, man. Me and Jamel's friends, but this is business. That's what Shakur said. This is business. You had no problem putting it out publicly that you were asking for the immediate reinstatement of you as the mandatory, that you're forcing your mandatory on Jamel Herring. What are you doing with Devin? BFTB, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, fine. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So why did we know when it came to Jamel Herring, but we don't know when it comes to Devin Haney? Why was it okay for the world to know when it came to Jamel Herring, but we got to do all hush-hush behind the scenes when it comes to Devin Haney? The scenario is the exact same. Jamel Herring was the champion. Shakur Stevenson was the mandatory. Devin Haney is the champion. Shakur Stevenson was the mandatory. The formula is the exact same. You asked for the immediate reinstatement to fight Jamel Herring. It was granted. Why aren't you asking for the immediate reinstatement to fight Devin Haney? Why aren't you? So when I'm saying I want Shakur and Devin to fight, let me say this again, because words matter. Devin wants Tank. So in that scenario, I want Devin and Tank to fight because that's what Devin wants. Shakur supposedly wants Devin, so I want Shakur and Devin. You see how I put Shakur's name first? Because that's what Shakur wants. Devin wants Tank. So when it comes to Devin versus Tank, I say Devin first versus Tank. When it comes to Shakur versus Devin, I say Shakur first versus Devin. Because Shakur is an afterthought to Devin. Devin wants Tank. This is not very hard, but you guys make it hard because it doesn't fit the narrative that you guys want to push. This man had no problem having his lawyer ask for the immediate reinstatement of him as the mandatory to fight Jamel Herring. And then once that happened, he activated or pressed, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. He didn't do nothing, but he just pressed for it. He pressed for his mandatory, and the WBO said, you will fight him. Well, the WBC said the same thing about Devin Haney, Lomachenko winner. Okay, I don't know if you were removed or you won't remove. You don't know that either. But you do have a lawyer that you pay a lot of money, Lawyer Dubin. You can have Lawyer Dubin ask for the immediate reinstatement of you as the mandatory challenger to Devin Haney. And Devin can either fight you for the WBC or vacate. The same thing you did with Jamel Herring. I don't understand the problem. Oh, BF, listen, bro. BF, Dev can send Shakur a contract. For what? Devin wants to fight Tank. Why am I sending Shakur anything? Devin stayed at 135 for Shakur to do something. He didn't stay at 135 for him to do something. He stayed at 135 to give Shakur an opportunity. He has given Shakur a chance at Undisputed by staying there. If he leaves, Shakur fights for a vacant belt, one of them. Devin is giving him a chance. Shakur isn't giving Devin a damn thing. Devin is giving Shakur an opportunity for Undisputed. These are facts. This isn't hate. Y'all gonna take it as hate. I don't give a fuck, but these are still the facts. If Devin moves up and vacates the belts, Shakur will fight for one belt, not Undisputed, one belt. One, Gervonta Tank Davis will be elevated to the WBA Super and the real champion. He'll be elevated to that right away, which is he's on the other side of the street than Shakur, so y'all can forget that fucking fight. It'll just be talked about. Motherfucking weird-ass motherfucking Coleslaw Davis will end up fighting for the vacant WBO, or Lomachenko will end up fighting for the vacant WBO. One of them niggas will fight for that vacant WBO strap. The IBF belt will go to that fucking bum-ass nigga from overseas. They'll all be vacated. So don't act like Shakur is doing something great for Devin. Shakur ain't doing nothing for Devin. He's doing absolutely nothing. Oh, no, BF, Shakur gives validation to Devin Haney's resume. No, Lomachenko gave validation to Devin Haney's resume. Devin Haney gives validation to Shakur's resume. Shakur does nothing for Devin. He does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He's just another good name on his resume. He does nothing for him. Literally nothing. He don't give him nothing. He don't give him no big ass bag. He don't nothing. He does get no belts. He gives him nothing. Devin gives Shakur everything. He gives him everything, and he stayed at 135 for Shakur to have that opportunity. But for some strange reason, y'all don't see that. Oh, even my brothers, oh man, y'all, you was rocking with Shakur until he started calling out Devin. I still rock with Shakur. I don't give a fuck if he's calling out Devin. What I'm saying to you is, do something. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't call out Devin. Talk your shit. I did a whole morning grind saying, man, call him out. Closed mouths don't get fed is what I said. That's what I said. But what I'm saying now is your mouth was open to call for him. Now do something. You had no problem doing anything to get the Jamel Herring fight. You had no problem. No problem. There was no issues forcing the Jamel Herring fight and skipping all these what's the name. There was no problem with it, bro. None whatsoever. So what's the fucking problem with fucking forcing it for Devin Haney? What's the problem? What is the problem? It ain't like Jamel Herring, motherfucking, well, I'm going to send Shakur Stevenson a contract because, Shakur. No, that didn't happen, bro. It did not happen. All right, so Jamel Herring wanted Oscar Valdez. Devin wants Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson refused to allow Jamel to fight Valdez. Shakur refused that. Shakur can refuse to allow Devin and Tank. He can refuse it. So what the fuck is so different from what he did with Jamel Herring with Devin Haney? What's so different? You guys are calling me a hater. I'm the one telling you I want the fight, bro. Y'all motherfuckers say, oh, no. Nah, man, we want the fight. You don't want the fight. Devin can do what? What? Oh, Devin can send him a contract. For what? He wants to fight Tank. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Oscar Valdez was who Jamel Herring wanted. But Jamel Herring didn't send Shakur Stevenson shit. Jamel wanted to fight Valdez. He did not send Shakur nothing. Not a damn thing. So why the fuck does Devin need to send Shakur anything when Devin wants Tank? Devin stayed at 135 for Shakur to have an opportunity at him. Devin could have went to 140 and called for Tank. He could have bust all the belts apart, went to 140 and said Tank was popping. We can fight at 140, you fought at 140 with no belt on the line. Most of y'all motherfuckers are telling me belts don't matter. This is just the fights that matter. The facts that matter, belts don't matter. Okay, well, Devin could go to 140 and still call for Tank. What's the problem? He can fuck around and go to 140, get fights at 140, and if Tank agrees to fight him, he can move back down and fight him at 135. For no belts. Tank don't care about the belts, right? He don't want to pay the sanctioning fees, right? All belts do is collect dust, right? That's what he said. So it doesn't matter about the belt for Tank. Devin is doing Shakur a favor. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Shakur is doing him no favors. Literally no favors. So when I say I want to fight, when I put the onus on Shakur to do something, it ain't like he didn't do it before. It's not like what I'm asking Shakur Stevenson to do, he didn't do already. He knows the path it takes. I don't understand what the fuck is so difficult with you fucking people. I don't understand. But y'all keep running around here telling me this shit over and over and over again. Oh, man. Oh, Devin can do no wrong. What the fuck is you... Bro, Devin staying at 135 helps Shakur Stevenson. Because if Shakur fights Devin and becomes undisputed, he will do it in one fight. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? If Devin busts the belts up and goes to 140, he can still call for a Tank Davis fight. The fight he wants. He can still do that. Still. And Shakur can fight for a fucking vacant title against some fucking bum. Or against some fucking nobody. Because the damn sure ain't going to be Pitbull Cruz who's ranked behind him. Damn sure ain't going to be him. He'll end up fighting motherfucking George Kambosos for one fucking belt. And y'all motherfuckers be like, oh man, the only reason why he fought Kambosos is because Devin didn't stay and give him a shot. He's there now. All I'm asking Shakur to do is what he did already. That's all I'm asking him to do. And you motherfuckers is that, oh man, he can't know. Why can't Devin? Why can't Devin? Why can't Devin? Why can't Devin? Well, if that's the case, then why the fuck didn't y'all have the same energy with fucking Jamel Herring then? Why did y'all have the energy with Jamel then? I don't remember any of y'all saying a bitch-ass thing about Jamel Herring. Nothing. Literally nothing. Oh, no, BF. I said it. I said it. Well, guess what? Who gives a fuck what you said? Shakur Stevenson did what I'm asking him to do now. He did it then. I'm not asking this motherfucker to jump through hoops and fucking hula hoop a Cheerio or some goofy ass shit like that. I'm asking him to do exactly what he already did. And you motherfuckers are mad at me for asking him to do what he did to another fighter who didn't want to fight him. Jamel Herring didn't want to fight him. Jamel Herring he wanted Oscar Valdez. Devin Haney don't give a fuck about him. Devin Haney wants Tank Davis. He wants Tank Davis. He's doing the man a favor that he don't have to do. And y'all motherfuckers want him to do more. While Shakur don't got to do nothing. All I'm asking this motherfucker to do is what he already did. This is fucking insane to me. This is also the reason why y'all can't fuck with me. And this is also the reason why y'all make all these fucking excuses. Oh, man, see, it's Devin Haney, man. Devin can do no wrong in your eyes, man. Devin's perfect. Devin's just... no man is perfect. To include Devin. No one is perfect. No one. No one. But Devin is giving the man an opportunity. He's giving it to him. He can easily vacate every fucking belt. And Shakur Stevens can fight Bozo for a vacant WBC. Or he can fight Devin for undisputed. But it's up to him to do something. And it's not nothing that he hadn't already done. I'm asking him to do the exact same thing that he already did. That's all I'm asking him to do. The exact same thing that he already did. The exact same thing. Nothing different. The exact same thing that he already fucking did. That's it. You motherfuckers have a problem with me asking him to do the same thing he already did. The problem's not me. The problem is you. You don't want Shakur Stevenson to fight Devin Haney. You don't think that Shakur Stevenson is doing all he should be doing, which is literally all he needs to do, is what he did already. But y'all don't even want him to do that. You don't even want him to do that. I'm totally confused at what the fuck y'all want. I know what I want. I want Shakur to fight Devin. In order to do that, not hard to do, talk to your lawyer, Dubin, and have him immediately reinstate you as Devin's mandatory. And then force your fucking mandatory. It's not difficult. That's what I want you to do. I don't understand the problem here. While Devin is trying to fight Tank, you can try to fight Devin. This is not hard. And all the goofy shit that y'all say about, oh man, Devin can do no wrong, and Devin can do something, Devin can sign a contract, and Devin don't have to do absolutely nothing. He tried to fight this man 4 times. He went to the person that can make this fight 4 times. He went to Bob Arum 4 times. 4 times to make it. But y'all motherfuckers is telling, oh, Devin can still send him a contract. Send it to who? Bob Arum? Because that's who's going to approve this man's fights? Bob Arum? So send Bob Arum a contract, the same Bob Arum he went to 4 times to make the fight? Send it to him? And Bob Arum's response was that they're going to want so much money. That was his response. That's the reason why, well, Devin's probably going to 140 and they're going to Shakur and Devin, they're going to want so much money. Well, you know how you fix that. You know, with that 4th fight option that Devin Haney went to you about? That 4th fight option? Yeah, that 4th fight option. Yeah, you could have fixed that by them avoiding a purse bid, avoiding all that, where more money is into play. And you could have fucking made that fight your motherfucking self. But I'm sure that's Devin Haney's fault too. Listen, man, y'all are going to think what y'all want to think, even though I showed you the fucking receipts. But you're going to think what you want to think. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I know what it's hitting for. They don't want to fight Devin. You can make whatever fucking excuse on what you want, but the guy with the pillow fist, the guy who can't punch, the guy that don't got no knockout power and all this goofy ass shit y'all say, well, they don't want to fight that man. Whoever the fuck they is. BFTB. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And I'm out.